Hello and welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. Today is episode 97. Gonna keep Jesus in there. And we're inching closer. Two more episodes, 93 more, 98, 99, 100. 3 more episodes, and we will be at episode 100, which is pretty I don't know. Things on the channel have been moving pretty quickly, so I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest with you. My knee-jerk reaction is I'm very happy about the momentum and the forward progression of the channel. I met some of the nicest people, and I'm so happy about that. I work from home, so I don't meet many people anymore. I was a social worker for 20 years, and I was meeting people every day. Not like on a professional basis, but at least I had social interaction. Co-workers, peers, meetings, and things like that. But now, for the past 3 years, I have not until I started this channel, and I didn't know that the Lord was going to bless me with some of the nicest people here on the channel. I'm very happy about that. With that said, we are doing the federal rolls again today, because yesterday was, one of the conversations I was having. It's in the comment section from yesterday. If you watch episode 96 and you look at the comments, you'll see me and Eric, who's one of our members, spoke briefly about the value of one of the pennies we found yesterday, which was the 2023 V. And we also found, and I spoke about in the video, the value of, or it could have been in the abridged version, I don't remember. I think it was in the abridged version of episode 96, was the value of the 1922 D key date that we also found in yesterday's video. So the 2023 V is worth, let's say, about $20 extra V, and then the 1922 D key date is probably also worth about $20, something in that area. So imagine, and then the other, $1.50 in pennies, $1.45 in pennies, I bring back to the bank. So basically, for time, I guess, if you want to put a value on your time, but just going through a few rolls, you're talking about, $30-$40 and for 2 pennies, and that's okay. Is today going to be a repeat? I doubt it. If I even find we have not found one copper penny, one copper Lincoln memorial yet in all of the rolls from this bank, in the box, the federal rolls from the box. So we still haven't found that. We found 2 wheat cents, weird, and they're old wheat cents. I think the other one was in the 20s or the teens, also from like weeks ago. So let's go. Without further ado, thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate it, and we'll figure out what today's topic is going to be on the fly, and hopefully we find something nice. All right, I got all the pennies right there. So the way of the let me put the other light on also. I shut the light off, and then sometimes I forget to put it on. Okay. And here are the 3 rolls. I opened them up already, because I don't know. Sometimes I try to get distracted and I'll start doing other things during the video. And I said, let me open them up while the phone charges a little bit today. All right, so let me rip this off. Okay. That's roll number 2. And this one, let's see if we could Let's see if we can get it out. So I bought, for those of you who didn't see the video, I bought I was using these. I was actually putting them back inside of these rolls before. And I was like, oh my God, what a pain in the neck it is. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I bought, a box of 1,000 of the sleeves, wrappers, whatever you want to call them. And that'll be it. It might last me a lifetime. Who knows, you know? But that's what I bought. And so I don't have to, reuse those, and it's easier. I developed my own little technique for putting them in. Like, I fold the bottoms first. I tell you, this penny feels thick. I doubt if it felt thick. I gotta take the scale. Usually I need the scale. I just forget to put it. It's right here next to the desk, so it's not a big deal. You just weigh this one. 249. Nope. Yeah. So in these rolls, I don't find any. I haven't found not one Lincoln, Copper Lincoln Memorial yet. And it's so weird. What is that down there? I mean, I know it's not the extra V because that's the 2023. So weird. Just dirt, I guess. Now, let me look at it, But and that's the charm of coin roll hunting, is the chance that you might find something valuable. Now, do you have to be an expert? No, you don't have to be an expert. You definitely, I mean, the two pennies that I talked about during the intro, I don't think you needed to be an expert. I mean, a 2022, I don't think I could have seen the D on the 2022. I mean, in the video you can, because it blows up the picture to the size of your TV, but I'm looking at it through the camera. So, I needed the loop off camera to see the D, and the D is the key date. So, okay. So, you need a loop. You get a pack of them for $5 from eBay, or maybe it's $7 now. The ones I use the cheapo ones, and they work. I've been using these for years. Yeah, same one, years. You could probably tell it's old as heck. Same one. Been using it for years, man. No issues. So I guess you need a loop would help. Maybe you could even find one in a yard sale for like $0.25 or something. They still have things in yard sales for $0.25. They used to. What else do you need? The same thing with the. Ugh. Oh wow! I'll hold on to that just to do a little short as a disgusting penny. I try to do at least 7 shorts from each coin roll hunt. It's just my routine. It's something that I started doing naturally from the very beginning, and let me just check that, make sure it's not a rotated die or anything like that. No, it's not. They say the first foot you get off on is the most important. And I guess there's a lot of nuance with a statement like that. But in most cases, I would have to agree. Now, can you make adjustments to your approach and to your goals? Of course you can. I've made several adjustments since I started this channel, but my foundation has basically not changed, really. The only thing that my foundation did not change, but if you look at my first couple videos, maybe how I speak, like you learn as you do more and more videos for YouTube, you start to, because you have to listen to yourself, like you have to watch your own videos. I'm gonna assume that that's like a big key to development, So through watching my own videos, I saw things, that I didn't like, right? Because the things you like, you don't have to change, right? They take care of themselves. The things that are positive take care of themselves. And the same thing goes with human behavior. You don't have to work on your your good attributes. They take care of themselves. It's the um it's your weaknesses that need work, right? And that's one of the reasons why people tend to not change, because um, it's uncomfortable to put out energy um, on things that we're really not interested in. It's human nature. It's just the way it goes. I see the O down there is doubled. I mean, I'll hold on to this, like I said, just to do a short. You can see the O, but this 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 doubling is the most typical that you'll find as far as a hub double is on the O and 1 on the reverse. Now, if you find the doubling also on the inside, you can see a little bit of it right there on the bottom of the O, but to me, that's not enough. When you see that doubling in the O is like really significant, I mean, on the inside of the top of the O of 1, then you could keep it and maybe it's worth $1 or something. But that 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 doubling in the O from the hub um, from the hub, I was going to say misdirection, tilt. Oh boy, I'm losing it this morning. From the hub tilt, that's pretty common. I mean, I'll hold on to it just to do a short on it, because that's what I do. I do shorts, as I was talking about earlier. Um, so when I first started making the YouTube videos, I had a couple of them that I got lucky on that people liked, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? I'll keep doing. I like doing that. I said I'll keep doing some more of that. You know what I mean? Of making these coin videos, and And then I started watching other videos on people who make videos, and one of the things, that people talked about was being consistent. And I was like, okay, and that's where I found the real challenge, because I was resistant against being consistent. I was resistant with being consistent. So I had to, like, I had to really decide whether or not that was something I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, I looked at what it took to become monetized, and I was like, yo, this is real. This is work. Okay. I mean, and I don't mean work like a job. I mean, I do kind of mean work like a job, but I guess I mean more like energy. Like, this is a lot of energy. Unless I'm going to wait 2 or 3 years, which most the average person to get monetized is 18 months. So I was like, 18 months. 18 months, I could be doing something else. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to do this, um, I'm not waiting no 18 months. I'm going to go all in, and, put the channel in the Lord's hands, and whatever happens. And, but I'm not going to do this, um, because I had the time. First of all, I had the time on my hands, right? So let's get that out of the way. It's not like I was working a full-time job, and kids and stuff like that. Then it wouldn't have happened. And it's the reason why I never went all in before, because I had another business that I was taking care of, um, 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. I'm gonna look at that. Oh yeah, I can see the double. You see the doubling in the date. That's pretty cool. And the one, anyway, I see it in the one. Let me look at that under the loop. Yeah, the whole, what it is, it's so weird with some of these. Same thing with the D. You know, it's almost like, again, it's like there's a tilt, and the tilt causes like a dub. It's not that it's necessarily repunch. To me, it's more like a tilt in the die, or a die problem, but it still has some sort of doubling there. Like I said, I'll do the short in it just to show it's pretty cool. But I don't know about value. You know what I mean? I really don't know about extra value on this, but I'll still can almost see it throughout the whole penny. So that is why I was able to go all in on the channel, was because I had the time. The economy really did a number on my home business, and again, I had the short video. Excuse me, I had the initial videos, and they got a lot of attention. So I said, all right, I'll keep up with that. And then I had to. You could see how hard the hub hit. It's like dented in the. You have to look at if there's any doubling there. The tilted hub of the die. All right, but you could really see how it like bent. It's because it's a zinc. It's a zinc penny. It's so cheap. Just smushes it in, right? Only the top layer is copper. Oh, did we find our first copper penny? All right, take a second to look at this. I think we might have found our first copper penny. If I could be, of course, I could be wrong. But man, this looks like a copper penny, and what a beauty it would be if it is. That'll be crazy. Are you ready? I'll do like what's it, Chris Coins, or Kurt Coins, or whatever his name is. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you could just tell. You could just tell it's a copper penny. Well, that's not true. I thought it was a copper penny. I got lucky. It's a beauty. So we found our first copper, and it's my year of birth, 1971. So that was pretty cool. We found our first copper penny. Pro- Probably our last. So yeah, so the stars aligned. Uh, whatever else you might want to think. Um, and I started to make videos, and they got a lot of attention. So I was like, okay, I'll keep up with this, and 84. And what I said, I said, okay, so I noticed that my videos were longer, right? Obviously, if you watch this channel, I make basically they're 1 hour videos. Like each one of my videos are 1 hour videos. Um, and I was like, wow, this is pretty long. Do I want to start editing and doing this and doing that? Other people, they're doing 10-minute videos. Oh, they fast forward. And I was like, talking to myself, I have to, and I talk with my wife also a lot, but as far as, and she helps me out, my wife helps me out a lot with direction. Oh, this is definitely like an uncirculated penny. What a beauty. Almost looks off camera. It almost looks um, like a proof. And I got to be honest with you, even on camera, that field is so clean. Could be a proof. You could have found ourselves a proof. Let me see. Oh wow. I think this is a proof. It's definitely proof like, if nothing else, because the off camera, the field is almost, it's so close to mirror like. I mean, if I cleaned it would be mirror like. I don't know. All right, hold on to that's another video. And I like talking. It's one of the things I miss from doing counseling. Um, was I mean, obviously the most important skill with being a counselor is listening, right? And there's actually a um, skill or technique called active listening, right? You can look it up. This is stuff that I remember I haven't done it in years, so this is stuff I'm just going by memory, right? If you do something enough for so long, I don't know, maybe in another 20 years I'll forget. I don't know. But counseling, is mostly about listening, right? Active listening. But you also have to be able to. Oh wow, that's a beauty. You also have to be able to communicate. We're on the second roll. Communicate your um, therapy, right, to the client. I think this looks like it's another one. Oh, it's a 2023. This one also looks like almost like proof. Like, let's see if we got a V in there. From this distance, I see a little something to the right. I don't know if that's a V from this distance. I have to zoom in. That would be pretty crazy if that's a V. I don't think so, but let's just. Oh wow, what is that? It's marks. Yeah, I don't know if it's a V. It's oh, what's going on here? Let's look at the rest of the stuff. See if anything's going on. All right, I'm gonna have to look at it off camera, and then if I see anything, I'll let you know. Let me check real quick. No, no V. But it is a beauty, almost proof like another one. I'll put it with the other one that we found that's in similar condition. But for 20 years, 1992, 1992, 1992. I forgot. I have to put it up on the screen. I forgot what a 1992 is supposed to have. The close AM is the error. I forgot. Nope. But so one skill is listening, the other is active listening, right? Um, which has a lot to do with your the counselor's body language, believe it or not. Um, showing that you're interested, right? So you could. There's a very, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, this stuff is obvious, but you still have to practice it, right? If you, as a professional, you have to, unless you're just naturally gifted. Me, I was not. I was kind of raised on the streets, and when I became a counselor, excuse me, while I was going to school to become a counselor, um, I had a lot of rough edges, and oh, look at that! I didn't think this was a 2023. It looks so, I don't know, different colorish. Let me see if there's a V there. It's so dirty. There could be a V there, but I can't tell, and I'm not going to start cleaning. It looks like there might be a V there. I don't know. Yeah, there is. I don't know. I'm not going to start cleaning these pennies, man. So, um, and I had to decide. I mean, I think that a vast majority of people who go for their advanced education do not practice it for long. They drop out, or they start doing something else. And I guess in social work, there's a lot of different avenues, right? So um, you don't have to become a counselor as a social worker. You could become a caseworker, and then you're dealing with people's more of their social issues. Connecting them with services. I worked in shelters. I used to love working in shelters. I thought I found it very interesting. Now, this is a parking lot error. This has got to be one of the best parking lot errors I've ever seen. I will hold on to that. And that's the difference between a parking lot error and let me see, and something like this that has these diamond cuts on it. You see? With this, I mean, this is what this is a beautiful example of a parking lot error. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm calling it a parking lot error. You know what I mean? It's damage from a parking lot. I just call it the parking lot error because some people might say, it's an error. So whatever. I'm just saying that. So don't get triggered in the comments. That's not an error. That's that's a damage caused from cars running over it. I know that. I know that. I'm just I'm just calling it that, okay? don't get don't get triggered. So I had to make that decision. I could have became a caseworker and not really had to work as much. There were some really rough caseworkers. I mean, if you've ever had social services, you'll know what I'm talking about. So the therapist or the counselor, is usually somebody who is going to. I mean, they have some caseworkers who are extremely professional. Don't get me wrong, or educated, but they have, there's a lot of them who are not. You know, um, 20 years ago to become a caseworker, really all you needed was a high school degree, which is fine, and you could work your way up. Now you might need your bachelor's degree or something like that, but you can also have your master's and become a caseworker. If that's your decision. But I wanted to be a counselor, and that's what I did my internships in, was counseling. And I could have changed it though if I didn't want to be, because casework is made a little bit less than a counselor, but not like so much less. So I could have definitely went that route, but I said, oh, I'm gonna put the work in that it's gonna take for me to become a counselor and a better counselor. And that's kind of similar to what I said with the channel. I could just do one video a week, and a couple of shorts here and there, and in 18 months, like everyone else, I'll get monetized, and whatever. See where it goes. You know what I mean? But that's not what I said to myself. Oh wow, I see something going on up there. I don't know if that's just like a dirt. It can't be dirt. Dirt doesn't make. Oh wow. So I'm not gonna start cleaning this or anything like that, man. This would be a good coin to clean, to see if those marks. Because I mean, to me, it's a die clash. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it looks like I can see the looks like a W, but it could be the dirt. Like, is the dirt looking like a W, like lines? You know what I'm saying? I'll zoom in a bit. You can't say that doesn't, in between God and we, looks like a W, which would mean that this is a die clash. But there's also lines going, like dirt lines going through that area, so it's hard for me to tell what that is. I can't tell if it's a die clash, or I really would have to clean it. Because if it goes away, then it's not a die clash. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put it to the side. It'll be an interesting one to talk about later. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go all in. Obviously, I mean, I have like what 1,300, 1,400 videos ish. So obviously, I did go all in. But I'm just telling you about, talking about my thought process. And 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000, White AM. Nope. Oh man, forget about White AM. They're literally touching each other. That's crazy. So I started making the videos of the oh, we got another copper. Look at that. One day. From none to two. I mean, copper Lincoln Memorials. Oh, look at that. We got two of them. Look at that. Fine condition. Take them out of the I don't know if are they from the same roll? I don't remember. I guess you could reverse the whoops. So I said, oh, I'm gonna go all in, right? On the channel. Um, and for some reason, each one of my videos with talking and everything comes out to about, with 3 coin rolls, comes out to an hour. So I was like, wow, man, that's pretty long. That's a pretty long. I was like, I better be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to keep people's attention for an hour, it ain't going to be because they want to see me flipping around pennies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe part of it will be that, right? Because, like yesterday's video, we found some awesome stuff. I'll take that, 20, $30 in coins. That, that adds up. But the channel isn't about me finding one coin and then showing it at the end and saying, oh, look, I found this coin, it's worth $10. I mean, there are plenty of channels that do that, and I like those channels that do that. They just zip through whatever they're looking at. You might have another copper there. I just eyeballed it, and I like those channels a lot. I watch them too, but that's not my channel. I don't do that. And it goes against my oh, is this a Canadian? Oh, we got a Canadian. Oh, this is copper. What year is this? That has to be copper, right? Oh, I never found one like this with that 1867 to 92. Oh, that's a cool one. Wow, what a beauty. What a beauty. Huh? What an absolute stunner. All right. So I said, that's not my style. Now can I do it? White AM? Don't be a white AM. Oh, I actually didn't want the white AM on that one. So disgusting. Another 2000. Interesting. I was like, what? And naturally, I just started talking during my videos, like I'm doing, like obviously, like I'm doing, like, oh my God, maybe some people say, maybe those are the ones who don't stay subscribed. They're like, oh man, shut up already, man. Like, do you ever shut up? And yeah, well, here's the other one I thought was copper. Oh, it's not. Boy, did that look copper. I'm gonna weigh this one. I really would have. I don't know about bet the farm, but nope, not even 2.5, 249. Look at that. 97, 90 double ear. There's no way that's a double ear, because if that is, that's super far down. There's no way. Nah, it's like a dirt circle or something from all those marks. No, it's just dirt. I had to look at it under the loop though. Not a double ear. And but that's what I do. I mean, I for 20 years I talked. I listened and I talked. Right? So active listening is a very important part. Maybe even the most important part, because you are communicating through body language, posture, attentiveness, right? Nonverbal cues that a counselor, well, has to learn, right? You have to learn those things because it's not natural, right? Even if you're the best parent in the world, or maybe the best parent in the world, I don't know. I never met the best parent in the world, but maybe if you're the best parent in the world, then yes, maybe you have some of those skills naturally. I did not have those skills naturally. I had to practice and study, right? They said, oh, you got to active listening. It was in the class, right? When you take classes, and then they spoke about what active listening is, and I was like, huh. So I was like, okay, so I have to practice this active listening thing, okay. And then depending on the school you go to, that's another beauty. Wow, got a few of them. I don't know if this one's as nice as the others. I'll put them with them just to check them out off camera later. Depending on the school you go to is I'm saying for graduate school, depends on, it's called not the modality, the approach. Different schools have different approaches to social work. And for example, I applied to a bunch of different colleges. I went to one, obviously, and like if you wanted to do, I remember Hunter College, which is in Manhattan, which was one of the better city universities, their focus was on group therapy. And I had to go to it was like not an interview. I guess it was like I forgot what it's called. But when you go and they want to speak with you, which was the only college that asked that. But I was interested in Hunter College, so I went, and there was a lot of people there in the room, and the person from the college spoke to us all at the same time. And looking back, it's probably because it's a group. Their focus is group therapy, so they want to see how you do in groups, and that would be part of how they judge you. And they didn't accept me into the college. I went to Stony Brook, which is, one of the best medical hospitals in the country. And I was fortunate enough to get accepted into that school. And Stony Brook's approach or theory that they was on, I want to say, community activism. No, social justice. That was, which was super cool, because social justice is almost like, I want to say like hippie stuff. You know what I mean? Social activism and stuff. So there were, man, that was such a tremendous experience. I can't even, there's people out there right now, who they're making videos on how, getting an education is overrated. I mean, to say you need an education to be successful in life, that's one thing, because you don't. You absolutely do not need a college degree or education or diploma or whatever to be successful in life, or to be a good person, or a good Christ believer, or anything like that. You do not, 100%. But to say, like, to make a blanket statement to say, an education is worthless, now that would be incorrect. And I would another one of those, but this one could, I don't know, it's hard to tell with this. That I would push back against that way of thinking, and that's really, to me, not a good thing to say to young people. Hey, you don't need an education to be successful. I mean, if someone wants to go to college, you should nurture that, right? Because it's, I can only speak for myself, and going to college for me was very helpful, because it just helped me to become a better person, really. Like, again, I came from the streets, so getting, I actually, I grew up with low value of education. It wasn't until going to college that I learned the value of an education. So 1982 copper. I believe this is copper. I'll weigh it. I'm pretty sure this is a copper. Well, I take that back. I don't know. It looks like copper to me. Nope. Zinc, 2.52. I don't even hold on to those anymore, unless it's a small date. So I came from that place. See, that goes like goop again. Looks like syrup. I don't know what that's from. I think it's from the mint, personally. I think that's like some sort of grease that they use, and it just gets on some of the pennies. That's what I think. Yeah, I'll put it this way. So I came from that place of devaluing education and saying, "Oh, you don't need it." And then I went. Something happened in my life where I said, "Oh, I'm going to go to college," right? Because I drove a cab and an ambulance and all that. And I said, I'm going to go to college. There's a whole big story. I could tell the story. I'm not going to tell it now. We don't have enough time in the video. But I decided to go to college because of things that happened in my life. And boy, did I struggle. I mean, I can't even tell you how much I struggled. I probably talk about this a little bit in other videos, but I overcame. Okay, I overcame, and I was a very unlikely person to succeed in school, and definitely not to get my master's degree, which that's a whole nother story. I mean, I got stories on top of stories, man. I don't see a V. Stories on top of stories on top of stories on top of stories. And but I put a lot of work into it. Tremendous amount of work. And I decided to become a counselor. And I did it for 20 years. And then basically left because of medical reasons. Let's just put it like that. And decided to work from home to do something else. Now I could go back to doing counseling if I want, you know. I have the history, but I decided to go a different direction in life. And the thing that I picked to do, you know, 1 year after picking it, we start heading into a recession. Well, the year that I was leaving, we were in COVID. You know what I'm saying? And then now I'm already heading out and developing my next business. And then I closed down the other, the counseling business, and basically took a year to, get things together, personal stuff together that I was not focusing on at all for like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to look at that a little closer in a second just to make sure it's not a die clash. I doubt it. Huh. Make sure that's not a jail. It's not. Let's make sure it's not a die clash. I don't think so. No. So, and here I am, developing my my home business, my work from home business, and we're starting to go, and the economy's starting to tank. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? Jesus, please, give me direction. Don't tell me I left my oh, what's that? It's just dirt, right? Don't tell me I just left my um, career. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm going to get into something that's going to be a total failure. Like, oh my God, Jesus, tell me you have a plan for me, please. you know? And then I get these views on a couple of my videos. They're still up. You can look at it. If you go to oldest, you'll see the first two videos. The first one was October 31st, 2023. And the second one, I think, was December 4th. And that's when I changed the name to Look What Jess Found. What is this? What a weird color. And then I had to make, I said, okay, I'm gonna go all in. I was like, I got the time, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not making money anywhere else. I mean, I'm not making money on YouTube either. You know what I'm saying? I didn't become monetized for 3 months. I was just doing it because that's what I do. That's what I do. I was doing it because that's what I do. I go all in. You know what I'm saying? That's my personality. That is who Jess is. Okay? You want to know something about me? If you haven't figured it out by the 1,400 videos in 4 months that are up. That's who I am. You know, it's someone left me a message the other day, and they're like, I thought you said it the other day from yesterday's video. You know, the person, I thought you said it was a key date. Because in the video, I write down, oh, I found my first key date. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I did key date penny, and the person writes me a message saying, oh, I thought you said it was a key date. And I said it is a key date. The 1922D is a key date. And then they wrote me back and they said, um, you know what? I'm gonna read. We're almost done here with the pennies. I'm gonna actually read the comment, which I don't do that often, but it really ties into a nice ending to this coin roll hunt slash slash talking session. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at that. That's good. That's nice zinc rot right there. I'll hold on to that too. I'll read the person's comment in a second. Let me take off these gloves so I don't touch my mouse with the dirty gloves or the phone. And I'll oh, all right. So if you're thank you for coming. If you just want to see the coin roll hunt, thank you. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. Still there? All right. All right. So everybody who's still there, let's see what's what, and let's see if I can remember what I was talking about. This guy is crazy. Oh, okay. So it's from user bunch of letters and numbers person. And so I wrote him. So it was yesterday. So he said, "Oh, but you said it was a key date?" Question mark. I wrote the 1922D is a key date, and then he responded, or whoever it was, a lot of letters and numbers responded. Sorry, I thought you posted this before you did the research and was just trying to clickbait people. I don't know much about wheat cents and thought it was just a normal one. I should have checked. Like most people on the internet, I will confess and say I'm an idiot. And then I responded to, I said, no, it's okay. Thanks for leaving a comment, Jess. And I get it, man. I get it. I so get it. People going, I get it. Everyone's trying to make a buck. Almost feels like people will do anything for $1 today. You know what I'm talking about, man. You look at what's going on out in the world. I'm going to try not to get emotional because it's sad. So I get it. That's not me. That's not me. All right. Thank you for coming. I'll see you on the next one. All right. God bless. Click like and subscribe and all that. All right. And take care.